Hey girl, it's time for our afternoon tea. Yes, and prepare yourself, girl, cause this tea is a little sour on the palate. Who's on the menu? Kim Kardashian and her Met Gala fail. Drizzy getting chased out of Toronto by a psychotic fan. Is JT finished with the CityGirls? Bigfoot returns to the spotlight with a new face. Is Rihanna planning a major comeback? Wendy Williams' ex-husband sues her estate, and have the Carters sold out? Let's do this. Uh-oh. Shots fired, y'all, at Drake's security guard. Here's the story. At 2 a.m., a vehicle drives past Drake's mansion in Toronto and fires off a couple shots. One person was shot in the chest, and we're being told it was a member of Drake's security team. His security guard happened to be standing outside the gates, just guarding the property when he was shot. No one knows if Drake was home during the shooting. The Canadian authorities released a statement saying they aren't aware of a motive for the shooting and say they are reviewing security camera footage from the area, and that the driver has been identified as a white male who may be one of Kendrick Lamar's fans. The victim was rushed to the hospital in serious condition, and last we heard, he was still in critical condition. Will this turn into a murder investigation? And what kind of shooters shoot the security guard? Poor guy was just doing his job. The shooter must have been pissed off because he waited all day to catch Drake, and now it's 2 a.m. Somebody's getting shot. Kim Kardashian receives major backlash for her Met Gala outfit. Fans of the iconic event were disappointed in the American Horror Story star's choice of dress, stating that she is a terrible role model to young girls. Let's look and see what all this talk is about. Girl, are you okay?
We need some milk.
I guess folks weren't feeling her outfit, but jameela Jamil made an excellent point when speaking about Kim. She said, the question is, are we letting her set beauty standards, or is the media using her image to create our beauty standards? I've been saying for years she is the symptom, the media is the cause. It's not her fault she gets centered. No individual can be responsible for a beauty standard. The media is the main culprit. I don't know. I mean, I've heard that beauty hurts, but girl, she looked like she's about to fall out dead. But she's been struggling ever since, Kanye's not there to dress her anymore. So, we gotta give her a little bit of a pass. I love Kim. Are the CityGirls finito? I mean, for real. I never thought them words would fall from my pretty ass lips, in the words of my BJT. But I really think it may be a wrap for the CityGirls. Why? Well, because I just saw JT's new music video for her song Okay, and by the looks of our girl, she is no longer on that CityGirl shit. What y'all think? This is the cover art for her new single, Okay. To me, this looks more like JT's style, because JT is kind of a rocker type black girl. I mean, is it hard to believe? I mean, just look at her boyfriend, Lil Uzi Vert. He's a rapper, but he's not a gangster rapper. I'd categorize his rap as skateboard rap. No shade. You can look at his fan base and see that. And JT is very similar. And this cover art is giving very much Pamela Anderson, Bimbo. I mean, and it's cute. It's something different. JT also has a song with Doechii called Alter Ego. And Doechii is a wild child who is just crazy talented. So I think it's a good match. And it's a cool little song. You guys should check it out. Links to JT's music is in the description. Let's run them views up for our girl JT. Now let's move on to the queen, Nicki Minaj. and her diss track.
I call it Bigfoot.
And her claims that Meagan had gotten a nose job and was waiting for it to heal. Well, you know, Meagan is in Glorilla's new song and video, Wannabe, and she's showing that new nose off. What y'all think? Do you think her nose looks different? I think that the tip actually looks the same, but I think her bridge, it definitely looks thinner. But what I'm really trying to figure out is, what is the other procedure that Nicki said that Meagan had? Because I think it may be her bosoms. Because I was looking at the video and I was just like, she does look different, but it's really not the nose, it's her body. It's like, you can even look and see, it's a lot smaller. You know, Meagan was kind of heavy chested, and all of a sudden she's got like these little things, and hey, that's fine, you know, whatever. But I think that may be the other procedure that Nicki was alluding to. But you know, whatever she has done, you know, she looks good. And what do you guys think of Meagan's diss track Hiss? I don't know, every time I try to listen to it, all I can hear is
one flow home.
I'm sorry, but you know, you can't help but laugh when it's the truth. I didn't really notice it before she said anything, but you know, after she made mention, I was like, yeah, you know, that's kind of right, that's kind of true. But anyways, I sure hope that Glorilla doesn't get influenced by Meagan's new nose, because I know that she's gotten a lot of, you know, talk about her nose being wide and all this, and I know that she said that she wasn't going to change herself, but you know, she already has a boob job, you know, and she said she wasn't going to change herself. So I hope that she doesn't get influenced by Meagan and change her nose, because her nose is so pretty. I think Chloe is such a pretty girl. All right, so how many of y'all is fiending for a Rihanna comeback? Well, rumors are circling that our girl Riri is planning a major comeback. And we all know that she recently gave birth to 2 children. So I'm wondering if our girl will get a little help from Mr. Ozempic. Well, if she does, she better be careful with that stuff, because the last Hollywood weight loss craze like this was that ephedrine. And we all know how that ended. Okay, so girl, I'm really worried about Wendy Williams, because her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, just won a huge legal victory against her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, who is in charge of Wendy's finances. In a recent hearing, Wendy's guardian was accused of withholding Wendy's financial records from her ex, Kevin, despite his repeated requests. And the judge ruled that he would not make a ruling on whether Kevin is entitled to alimony payments until she first handed over Wendy's financial records to Kevin. With Wendy's declining mental health, I'm afraid that he could figure out a way to be named her guardian. And girl, if he does that, it's going to be a mess, and more than likely end terribly. Because rumor has it that it has been 3 years since Kevin's alimony payments had ceased, and Wendy worked it out in the divorce settlement that she would pay him alimony so long as her income remained the same. But that if her income dropped below what she was making while she was the host of her show, the Wendy Williams Show, the payments would terminate. But I guess that she earned over $500,000 for her documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? And Kevin was heard saying that, and I quote, "Miss Morrissey is telling me there is no money, but everyone's wearing all the finest in the production." I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for Wendy, because I've heard rumors that this guardian is stealing money from Wendy. So I mean, she could bring her scamming ex-husband back into the picture, but we all know that he will start robbing her too with his baby mama. So what does she do? Our girl Wendy is in a tough position, and my prayers go out to her. So maybe some of you members of the Beehive can answer this question for me. I was under the impression that the Carters, specifically Beyonce, was so pro-black and black pride and all that other good blackness. So why is it that I hear that she signed on to voice act in the new Lion King movie that they're producing alongside her daughter, Blue Ivy? Because you see, that don't match to me. Because you see, I noticed that anytime Hollywood wants to make a deep story about black folks, they always portray us as some type of animal. Take Planet of the Apes, the Avatar, to name a few. And The Lion King is by far the worst because this story takes place in Africa and it's about kings and queens. Only problem is, there really were African kings and queens that we never hear about, or if we do, they are cast as white. Cleopatra starring Elizabeth Taylor as the Queen of Egypt. With all the crap Beyonce be on, I'm surprised she'd take a role like this and have her child in it too. But I'm sure the Carters will take some of that money and donate it to some of us po black folks. I mean, she doing the film for us after all. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.